The final thing that I just wanted to go over tonight quickly is actually putting in the marking criterias for an assessment task. So here you can see is the assessment task that I'm actually asking you guys to do. Again, don't panic, it's more about seeing what the students see so that you can engage in the learning and appreciate what they're going through. So here, the first thing I'm going to do is actually going to go edit. And then this opens up the back end. Again here, like I said with the desktop publishing, I've added the words, I've embedded an actual movie here. So here, this is just straight typing using these. If I'm coming to actually embed the actual film, it's it's format, insert and embed, and then I can actually get the embed code to actually put that movie in there. So once I've actually got that formatted, now I'm starting to look at the assessment. I've actually said it's worth 20 marks and I need to set this up. Here as such, you got 20 points. So that's essentially what the marking is. I've actually got different groups. So you can see here, I've got a discussion group, I've got a Zoom presentation group, and I've got an assignments group. Now the idea with this is when we're starting to actually look at the data and things on the students' work, we can narrow it down to how the students are actually going. In yours, you'll see when you open this up, you'll also have formal assessment tasks in there as well that students can drop their marks into. Here I'm using points as the actual display, but you can see here as well, you've got different formats that you can actually do, but points equates to marks and it's the easiest for me to understand. Here again, you've got different types of submission. You can actually do it on paper, which means that you've got to mark it, then enter the documents there as well. You can have an online submission, which I'm asking for, or you can possibly use an external tool. Here, if we do text entry, this will allow the students to have a space directly underneath this to type into. Here, with a website URL, and what I'm asking from you is to actually show me the work that you've actually done by copying the URL of your work and pasting it in later on. You can allow the students multiple attempts or one. You can make it a group assignment, peer review, moderated. So you've got a whole lot of different options that you can actually work with in creating this task. Down here you can see I've actually set this task to be done. I'll actually just alter that. I still want it done tomorrow, but here I'm going to actually give you a bit more time. Let's say 6 p.m, 1800 hours to get it actually done before it actually closes. The other thing I've actually done here, I've allowed time beforehand for it to open, and I've also allowed time after, because if you set it directly on these deadlines, it shuts down and you can't enter anything. In saying that though as well, like if this was an online examination, then I'd want exact starting times and finishing times so that I know that that exam is only open for the students as required. Okay, so I'm just going to save that now, and now I've actually got my assignment set up, ready to go. However, you can see here, there's actually a rubric that I can put in. And in this case here, I need to actually edit this. So I'm just going to click on the pencil so I can actually let me just start by deleting the rubric so you can actually see how it goes from the bottom. Right, so now down here, it's got add a rubric. Okay, so I'm going to click on that here. Now, what you can actually do, you can, in your cases, in your courses, I've actually already set up all of your outcomes. So you can actually drag in the outcomes that have been created. I'm not sure if I can actually see any here. Oh, yeah, there it is there. That's the keywords. I've actually generated this, so I'm actually looking for extensive sound, thorough sound, basic elementary use of the keywords. So if I was using that, like keywords as part of the assessment, I could actually drag this in. In your assessment tasks, when you have a look, you're going to have things like your outcomes. For example, with IPT, you'll have outcome P1.1 and then the description, and you'll still have this here that you can actually drag in. And that's quite important because it's a decay method to show where students are actually at. In this case here, I'm going to use this complete task one, where I've got whether or not you're going to actually exceed expectations, meet expectations, or does not meet expectations. I'm just going to import that, and straight away it drops this rubric in for me. Okay, so I've actually got 5, 3, and 0 marks there. Now I can see here it's already got this range here. Let's give it a title here as well. Teacher task 1. Again, these names are quite important because if I want to use this again, this will pop up and I'll be able to use that rubric. Here now, I'm actually going to edit this rubric and I'm going to say here, quality of work. Again, you need to be more, I'd be more specific if I was actually doing this for real. Like if I was targeting a certain outcome in engineering, that's what I'd be looking for. So I can update that. Now here I've got 5. I know that I've actually got to get to 15 here because my total marks is worth 20. So now I can actually create this as a range. So I click that as a range, open this up, and I'm going to go here, 15 to 12, and I'm going to go extensive. Update rating. Here again, I can actually add another one, and this is going to be 12 to 9, and that'll be thorough. Update. So you can see here, I'm just adding these in here, 9 to 6, sound, six to 3, basic, and the final one here is going to be elementary. Okay, so now I've actually got my rubric actually ready to go, so I can use this in SpeedGrader. Here you can actually see you've got other options as well, like you can write freeform comments, you can remove the points, don't post, use this rubric for assignment grading, hide total. So you've got all different regions there, reasons to actually work with this rubric. Again, the final thing here is that you need to actually create it so it's ready to go. Now the beauty of this here is if we've actually created this in a nice format, I can now come up to SpeedGrader. So as you guys will be submitting your assignment, you can see here, at the moment, I've got 0 marked and there's been no submissions. So here, there's Robert's one there. If I've actually come to the next, Suzanne, Jack, Michael. So already, because you're in this class, it's actually lined you up ready for assessment. So your assessment will actually appear here for me, and then I can come back to this rubric. Let's open this up so you can see, and then say, for example, here's Jack Jerd. I know he's going to have high quality work and he's going to exceed my expectations. And once I actually save that, you can see straight away he's got a mark out of 20. Okay, and then this will actually start generating grades for us. I'll go over the grades and things a little bit later, so you can see how they actually work, but there's some really good graphics that actually occur with this to show you the analysis of what's actually occurring on the courses that we're actually going to present. Okay. Again, here you can actually put in an assignment. Great work. A comment, I should say. Great work. And then submit that. And this all starts going onto the student's actual records. Okay. So I'll just close that down. Coming back here, once you've actually generated that assignment, you set the points, you tell it where you want to calculate those marks for you, how you want it actually submitted, the amount of attempts that you've actually got, and then the date. From there, once we've actually concluded that, you come back in here and you create your rubric. Like I said here, allocating the points or the ranges, or you can have straight marks for the work that's actually being done. Okay. Again, like I said, I don't expect this to be learnt overnight, but tomorrow we'll go through it and start setting up some of these so you can see how they actually work and how they work through SpeedGrader. Okay. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.